Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome again to another live this morning, and hope you're having a great day. Annette and John, good morning to you, and nice to have you come on with us. Nicole, Mike from Wawa, good to have you on with us this morning. Nativity, nice to have you. Bruno, Earl, hey, we got some men on with us. Good for you. Andrea, how you doing? And Nicole, and John, and Tahira, Nick, and Jeanette. They two peas in the pod. They come on at the same time. Steph, good morning to you. Zian, bonjour. Yvette, Donna, you guys are great. Thanks for coming on this morning. We appreciate it. Yalam, how are you? Okay. Mary and Cheryl and Jocelyn from Sturgeon Falls. Fatima and Arlene. Pauline, Gail, Nellie. Good to have you on with us this morning. We appreciate it. Jerry, Dave, I'll say hello to a few more here. Milka and Diane and Crystal and Rebecca, Marsha, Denise, Paul, Guylaine, Micheline, Laurie, and Marlene and Francis. Okay, you guys are great. Okay, I want to talk about detoxing today, okay? To be honest with you, I started thinking about this because somebody asked me the other day, Doc, what about a detox? Can I do a detox? And I was kind of thinking how little I've talked about detoxing. It's not because it's not in my head. I probably haven't expressed it by saying, okay, here's how you do a detox, okay? Because when I created the reset, one of its biggest things that it does, it detoxes you. And I'm going to show you why today. Not only with the reset, but I'm going to mention 5 things that will help you detoxify your body. Now, when it's not so much what you, let me say this right. Your body, okay, I was just looking at, I should have shown to you, my coffee percolator, okay? And you probably have seen this. But on our machine, it has an automatic cleaning. So once it makes the coffee, the vitamin C, there's a little red light that comes on. It says it's self-cleaning, okay? It's self-cleaning. That's what it is. So the coffee machine is made to clean itself. But so is your body, guys. Okay? So is your body. Because a lot of people think, well, you know what? If I start just juicing and I drink green stuff that I hate, I'll do a detox. Nah, that's not a detox. Okay? So I'm not telling you you can't drink green stuff. But it's not a detox. Okay? That doesn't detox your body. That's an old wives' tale. And to buy a detox, okay? Or a kidney flush, for example. Now, there are certain supplements that I really like, and I'll talk to you about that this morning that will help you with a detox. But your body self-cleans. Your body does. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. So your body knows how to clean itself. And I'm going to talk to you about that this morning. Okay, so this is a true detox. You know, you don't have to, take, some bad tasting stuff to detox your body. It doesn't help. Your body is well able to take care of itself. So let's talk about 5 things that will detox your body, okay? 5 things where your body will go into self-cleaning, just like my coffee machine, okay? So let me start with the best. I got it number 1 on my list. When you sleep, you detox. The night shift comes in. You put your phone into airplane mode. What does that mean? No data is coming in, right? You can do that. You can put your phone in airplane. You don't have to turn it off. You can still use it. Your body goes into airplane mode when you sleep. No data is coming in. The night shift comes in and does the cleanup, especially in the brain. When you sleep, your body detoxes. When you don't sleep, your body doesn't detox. And of course, what are we finding out today? It's up to 70% of the population don't sleep. And it's mostly women. And it has a lot to do with hormones. Too much cortisol. The brain don't shut off. When the brain don't shut off, the night shift can't come in. You know what we call that? The glial cells. You think of your lymphatics, 100%. The drainage system of your body. But your brain has its own lymphatics. They're called the glymphatics. It's the brain gets rid of the debris, gets rid of all the garbage when you sleep. You know where another place, so everything goes into airplane mode. Do you like that illustration? Okay, it's what I'm thinking of, because I think of my cell phone, right? They tell you when you get on a plane, stop the data coming in, put it in airplane mode. And your body's still, you're sleeping, but you're not dead. But everything goes, there's no data coming in, so your body not only is resting, but it's cleaning itself. The brain especially, that is so important. I tell people all the time. I'd give sleep a vitamin, but S is already taken with steak. I classify sleep as a vitamin. It's important. And ladies, listen, Linda. If you don't sleep properly at night, can I give you a little reminder? Have a power nap during the day. Now, try not to go too long during the day. But there's nothing wrong with shutting yourself down, because some people, they're not sleeping well at night. The brain doesn't turn off, but they find in the afternoon, they can have a siesta. Well, have a siesta. It's almost like, you guys might think I'm crazy, but I think of things like this. Have you ever been to a Major League Baseball game? I wonder if we'll ever be able to go back and go to a sporting event ever again. Ooh, that bugs me. Anyway, Are you ever been to an NHL game? When they have a timeout in the NHL hockey, they come out and they do a quick cleanup of the ice, right? You see them skating, and they skate real fast, and they clean the along the boards, and they clean it up. And in Major League Baseball, they come running out to redo the infield. Have you ever seen that? That's what happens when you have a siesta during the day. You actually do a detox. Now, it's not a major detox like nighttime. Your body runs on the circadian rhythm. It understands that you need to detox. It'll detox itself. You have a self-cleaning detox. And sleep, I put it sort of number one on the hit parade, because that's when your body goes into airplane mode. No data is coming in, but your body regenerates itself. Yeah. And really, there's only 2 organs that work at night. I mean, the others are they're not getting any data at all. Your brain, headquarters, and it's sleeping, it's resting, but the cleanup crew is in there. It's like you see an office building. There we go again. I'm going to talk about something that we may never... Are people ever going to go back into office buildings? I was talking to my brother-in-law the other day, wishing him a Merry Christmas, and he had me laughing because he's got a huge job in downtown Toronto with an insurance company. And in March, he switched companies, and they gave him in one of the big towers right downtown Toronto, a corner office looking out over the downtown Toronto. And I mean, you know, it's, he was telling me about it, but he's never been in it. Soon as he was supposed to go into his office, the virus came. And he's never been in it. And he doesn't think he'll ever go in it. He's working from home like a lot of people are. So, your brain, headquarters. When you sleep, it detoxes. Takes all the debris out. You know the other place when you sleep works, your liver works. All the other organs have a good rest, but your liver works the night shift. It cleans while you sleep. It cleans while you sleep. So, sleep is very, very important. And one of the big things to get better sleep, it's the sun. Oh, Dr. Martin, what about melatonin? Well, your body makes melatonin. Now, if you find a supplement of melatonin works for you, I just find over the years it has a shelf life, melatonin, in a supplement form, I mean. But there's nothing like the sun. Get this sun in your eyeballs and don't put sunglasses on. Not at first. Try and go 20 or 30 minutes without sunglasses, because that's where it's where you make melatonin too. Your eyeballs. Isn't it funny how the eyeballs work? 2 little points. 1, sun rays come in, you make melatonin. And then when you go to bed at night, absolutely no light. You know when they tell you to wear a mask? I agree with that. Not around here, around your eyes. Put a mask on. If you can't get your room pitch black, and teach your kids pitch black, Now, can you leave the door open a little bit of light because I'm scared of the boogeyman? Don't be scared of the boogeyman. You need melatonin, and melatonin only comes in at night. During the day with the sun, and at night when it's completely dark. See, your eyeballs, they'll make melatonin. Well, the lack of light actually helps. When you're asleep, isn't your body unbelievable? It knows what to do. Unbelievable. Okay. How do you do a detox? Sleep. Sleep. What were they showing about, I read a statistic yesterday. They did a study on 4,117. Geez, I remember it. 4,117 women. They were measuring their telomeres. You remember the thing about the wicks? It tells you how fast you're aging. They're attached to your DNA in the chromosomes. They're little candle-like wicks. And the shorter your wicks, the faster you're aging. But what they were showing, that women, they did like 4,117 women, and the women that slept, what was it? Yeah, 6 hours. Or was it 8 hours? I got to go look at it again. Who slept, I think it was 8 hours. If they slept 8 hours, they had a 12% increase in the length of their telomeres. So talk about anti-aging is sleeping. Very important. And again, if you don't get your sleep at night, do everything you can to get that brain turned off and get into airplane mode so that you detox. Then do it during the day and at least get the cleanup crew to come in for a short period during the day. So number one is sleep. Okay? Now, the second one is very key. Change fuels. You want a detox? Change fuels. When you eat sugar and carbs, oh, Dr. Martin, it's whole wheat. I don't care. It's going to be sugar in 5 seconds. When you eat sugar and carbohydrates, it's dirty fuel. Go to the airport. Look at the trucks bringing fuel to those jets. They're not bringing, oh, Dr. Martin, I want to save money. I'm going to use 87 octane. Yeah, well, your car's made for that. Your car is made for that. But jets are not. Jets are made for jet fuel. You want to do a detox? Use the right fuel. Why do you think I emphasize all the time eggs, meat, and cheese? Because it's airplane fuel. It's rocket fuel. It's high octane. The cleaner the fuel, the more you detox. That's what, you see, because I'm aiming, I don't maybe say the word detox like I should. Maybe I should say it more often. But when you empty the organ that is the most important when it comes to detoxification, I know your lungs are important, your kidneys are important, they're for sure. But there's no organ like your liver. Your liver, which does 600 things, by the way. One of the things it does when it's clean is it produces glutathione. Glutathione is Velcro. Velcro-like. It will literally take away the garbage out of your body. Your liver is key. Why do you think I aim at the liver with the reset? The reset empties your liver in 6 days. Empties it. You get rid of all that fat. You know what fat does in the body, guys? One of the places your body absorbs toxins more than anything else is fat tissue. When you see belly fat, because that's the fat you can see on your body, it's hard to see, you can see other fat, but belly fat, it's full of, that's where mercury, that's where lead, that's where cadmium, that's where all the toxins, even xenoestrogens, where do you think they accumulate? In fat tissue. Why do you think women get breast cancer? It's one of the keys. Estrogen, xenoestrogens. Fat attracts them. So when you empty your liver of fat, glycogen, you empty it. When you change fuels. When you change fuels. Don't burn dirty fuel. And that's why the detox, that's why it was one of the, it's the best thing you can eat. But you got to eat the right things to give it the best fuel. You see, when I say eggs, meat, and cheese, and by the way, you know what really cleans out your liver? Cholesterol. Cholesterol. They're the dump trucks. Clean out your liver. Cholesterol. Cholesterol is only found in the animal kingdom. Huh, Dr. Moran, that's all you talk about all the time. The animal kingdom, the animal kingdom. I'm sorry, but that's how you're made. I don't care what the gurus say. I don't care. Do I respect them? Yes, I respect them. But it's agenda-driven. Brought to you by the cereal companies. Cholesterol comes from animal products. Oh, Dr. Martin, I thought cheese made you fat. No. Don't blame cheese for what, when the French poutine? Don't blame the cheese. The cheese is the good guy. Oh, melted cheese. Look at how fat it is. That must be really bad for you. Yeah, only because it's on top of the French fry. It's the French fry. The cheese is good for you. Just don't put them on French fries. You're negating the benefits of it. Okay, so detox. Sleep. Change fuels. And you need animal fuel. High octane. 99%. Rocket fuel. Okay. Third, clean up leaky gut. Leaky gut. Leaky gut. Think about it. Okay, I'm just going to give you a little illustration again. Okay? See that? Your gut is like that. See my hands locked together? No opening there. You have a barrier between your gut and your blood. Your blood is supposed to be pristine. Nothing in your blood. No toxins, no lead, no mercury, whatever. No bad bacteria, no parasites, no feces. Yeah. No yeast in your blood. It can be in your gut. Your gut. It's the sewage system. As long as it ends up in the toilet. And, don't mind the sun, and nothing gets past that mesh. It's locked together when you have a healthy gut. And remember, your little epithelial cells right along, they just are a little thin layer, but it keeps garbage out of your blood. But when you have leaky gut, if you take an antibiotic, you need to do a detox after. The second you take an antibiotic. And I don't want to, again, you know me. Sometimes you need an antibiotic. But please remember, I don't care who you are. You take an antibiotic for 5 days, you've wiped out all your good bacteria. Good, bad, and ugly are gone. But now you have leaky gut. You have, it's no longer tight. You're getting this. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but this is now your gut-blood barrier. Now, micro-sized food that should end up in, when it's not the nutrients, the garbage from the food is supposed to go into your stool and leave your body via the toilet. Now, I don't want to ruin your breakfast, but you get poo, micro-sized. It can slip past that barrier. You want to do a detox? Introduce billions and billions and billions of friendly bacteria. Leaky gut, leaky brain. Leaky gut, leaky skin. Leaky gut, leaky lungs. Leaky gut, leaky liver. Leaky gut, leaky kidneys. Leaky gut, leaky joints. I mean, leaky gut. That's why when Hippocrates 2,000 years ago said that all disease starts in the gut, that guy was a genius, the father of medicine. And we're just finally catching up to what he said. Now, I don't know if he understood everything about the microbiome like we do today. All I know is, you can drink all the green juice you want. That doesn't fix leaky gut. That doesn't fix leaky gut. I'm sorry. You got to rebuild that barrier. You got to put the border guards back to work. And I never stop talking about, look, put me in a home. I give you permission if I stop talking about probiotics. Seriously. Because you know that something's wrong with me. Guys, I ain't that complicated. I'm a simple guy. You want to do a detox? You better fix leaky gut. And some of you, because I get asked this all the time, how long, doc? Well, how long have you been a bad girl or a bad guy and eating garbage and you got yeast coming out the wazoo? And you've been a bad eater. And you go buy Laura Secords and you want to do a swan dive because you got to have sugar. And you ladies, they're going to have your wine. Remember, alcohol goes right to your liver. Don't go past go. Like Monopoly goes to your liver. Look, am I telling you not to ever have it? I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you what it does. And sugar, there's nothing that feeds yeast like sugar does. Nothing that feeds yeast. And that third army in your gut will get into your bloodstream. Yeast travels in the bloodstream. Fungus. Well, ladies, how does it get from your gut to your private parts? Ladies, you know what a yeast infection is. How does it do that? Well, yeah, you get part of it. You get part of it because it's localized, but a lot of it travels through your blood. You know what they're finding out with Parkinson's? It's a fungal infection in the brain. It started in the gut with leaky gut. That's how your body works, guys. You want to do a detox. Okay. You know what helps? Okay, number 4. Vitamin E. Exercise. You want a detox? Go and exercise. Yeah. Now you know me. You know me. I talk about this all the time. You can't out-exercise a bad diet, okay? So don't try, because you can't. You got a bad diet, you can't out-exercise it. I know women that have been they're on a treadmill for an hour, and if I go to the gym and I see a woman on there for an hour, I want to go talk to her. Get off. You're going too long. You don't need to do that. Come with me. Let's lift some steel. My motto is sun, steak, and steel. Lift. I'm not saying you can't do the treadmill, but don't go on the treadmill for an hour, for heaven's sake. You're creating free radicals and you'll age yourself even more. But vitamin E is exercise, and exercise is a great detox. Okay? Yeah. There's nothing negative about vitamin E. The Martin Clinic vitamin E. Okay. And the last one. And all the others do this too. There's a name called autophagy. Autophagy. I don't know how you pronounce it. A-U-T-O, auto, self, P-H-A-G-Y. Autophagy? Autophagy? I don't know, and I don't care. It's self-cleaning. You know when that happens too? When you intermittent fast. When you shorten up your windows of eating. You actually initiate a detox. So if you stop eating at 5 o'clock at night, or 6 o'clock at night, let's say, don't eat. Got to go past 12 hours. So you got to go past that 6 o'clock marker in the morning. And I recommend you go farther. Try and go to 8. Try and go to 10. Try and do 18 hours, even if you do it 2 or 3 times a week. I know a lot of people. It didn't happen at first that easily, but they got it. And that is a way of detoxing. Not only are you detoxing when you're sleeping, but when you don't eat. There's a lot of things that have to be activated when you eat. And a lot of times people, this is one of the biggest problems in digestive issues, is that people eat too late and then they go to bed. Well, they'll go to bed, but you can't go into airplane mode because your body's still digesting that food. For some, it takes 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours for some. They're slow metabolism to digest. Well, nothing gets turned off. You might think you're sleeping, but you're not getting into a good, restful sleep. And doing a detox, if your body is still, oh yeah, but I had to have a snack, at 10 o'clock because I was watching a movie. Don't do that. If you do it, don't do it often. Got it? It's called autophagy. Autophagy. Faggy, I guess. I don't care. Okay. Guys, little teaching today. Did you write this down? I'm a note taker, by the way. If you ever wonder how I study, I write. I'm an old-fashioned guy, just the way I operate. Okay, so remember this week, shortened week. Thursday will be question and answer. So if you got any questions, even on this topic or whatever, don't be shy. Ask the questions. I'll try and answer all the questions on Thursday this week. Okay? So we love you guys very much. You know what? I just don't say that, Did I tell you last week that I'm a hugger? I wish I could give you a big hug for watching, for sharing. You guys have done this, Tony Jr. and I, we often marvel at just how many thousands, like we're hitting about 50, 60,000 downloads a week. This is fantastic. We just, it's because of you guys. You're sharing and you're telling other people. It's amazing. Okay. So thanks for doing that. And the other thing, become a member of the Martin Clinic Facebook group. It's a private group, but wow. I love it because it's amazing. You know what? There's a lot of times I go in there, I mean this, and somebody's asked a question and our group has answered the question. I don't even have to do it. Now, a lot of times I get, the question comes to me, or I see it. I'll answer right there if I see it. But it's amazing how smart you guys are. Well, that's the whole idea of these things, isn't it? Educate. Information. So you can make wise choices. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.